Ask a Lawyer with Mike Dyer.
Hi, Steve Sleeper here, and I'm with workman's compensation lawyer, Omaha and Lincoln, Mike Dyer. And Mike, for me, an obvious question: what is workman's compensation?
Workers' compensation is a set of statutes and laws, and we've got the books right behind us here. Chapter 48 of the Nebraska law specifically spells out what your rights are and the rights of an injured employee are. And because they're in the statute, those rules should be looked at like every other statute. And the best analogy I've ever made with people understand the best is that workers' compensation should be looked at like overtime. Okay. If you work overtime, you work 40 hours a week and you're working at X dollars an hour, you should be paid for those 40 hours. If you work 50 hours, you should be paid 50 hours at X dollars, and then between 40 and 50, you should get time and a half, so you should get another 5 hours.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody understands that's what the law is.
Mm-hmm.
The law for workers' compensation is written in the same chapters in a different part of the book.
Oh, okay.
And it gives you the same rights. You're allowed to see your own doctor. You're allowed to pick your own surgeon if you need to have surgery. You get paid and compensated for mileage. You get paid for treatment, to have all your treatment paid for, I should say. If you're left with a permanent impairment or a permanent restriction, depending on your injury, there's compensation for that. And there's no pain and suffering in workers' compensation. It's statutory. Oh. And the law says this part of your body, if you're hurt, gets this much. And there's formulas that they work with. So if you hurt your arm, your hand, you get so many weeks of benefits. If you hurt above your elbow, you get 225 weeks of benefits for your shoulder. Okay. And then what does that mean? Well, you take how much you were making a week before, calculate out how much it is, 2/3 of that would be on average over 26 weeks. And then they take that fraction and they pay you for those weeks.
Okay, all right.
And if you have an injury to your spine, to your neck, or your back, the impairment that your doctor gives you is not nearly as important as the loss of earning evaluation. The loss of earning evaluation, if you have a neck or a back injury, the workers' comp looks at that completely different than they would if you had a knee or elbow injury.
I see.
And they say, what's your loss of earning ability? Mm-hmm. How much have you lost in your ability to earn an income? Mm-hmm. And they'll factor in your age, your education, your skills, your training, and your experiences. And they'll take a look at a functional capacity evaluation. It's usually done. It's a multi-hour test that see how much lifting, pulling, stretching, stepping, carrying you could do. And it'll put you in a certain work category that a vocational rehabilitation counselor will take all that information and come up with a loss of earning percentage.
Okay.
And if you can't go back to do the kind of work you were doing before, that vocational rehabilitation counselor can help you find another job, and if that doesn't work, get you some education.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike. For a free consultation and Mike's informative books, go to dyerlaw.com or call 888-DYER-LAW. Workman's Compensation Lawyer, Omaha, Lincoln, Nebraska.